play, which Eddie Jones was wide open on the play. I mean, he did a great job of jumping in front of Sean Livingston and then going back around him. He was wide open, but the Grizzlies could not get him the ball.
And Ross commits the foul. Powell back to the line. Made 2 a moment ago. The free throw shooting has been problematic for the Grizzlies throughout the year. Any number of games you can point to where deficiencies at the line cost them victories. Goes back to that game in Boston. Really first couple weeks of the season. Ricky Davis hit a game winner. If the Grizzlies make free throws, that's not even an issue.
As you see, Pau Gasol makes the second of 2. I mean, that's what all-stars are about, Pete. Stepping up in the clutch, making the shots when you want to.
Shane nearly got the steal. Maggette, the drive, offensive foul, Corey Maggette.
And that was a huge play as Corey Maggette clearly ran over Chucky Atkins, who was standing outside of the circle. So the defense comes through as Chucky is clearly waiting for him on the plate.
They get it to Gasol, and Brand fouls him. Brand, that is his 5th. So Powell's getting some free throw practice here. 45.4 remaining.
And how about going 4 for 4? I mean, you talk about all-stars delivering for you in the clutch. Well, so far, Pau Gasol has done that by making his last 4 consecutive free throws.
So Mike Miller a moment ago, the wear and tear of a 21 and 14 night for Mike in 34 minutes of work, but it all rests on Gasol's shoulders at the moment. A free throw here makes it a 3-possession game. And Powell pure with that one. Clippers call for time. That is their last stoppage. Timeout on the floor. Gasol 5 of 10 from the line on the evening. 15 points in all. Grizzlies by 9.
At Ford, we believe that you should get more. More power with the Ford F-150. It's the undisputed leader with one tough backbone. Buy or lease a new built Ford Tough F-150, and for a limited time, we'll match your down payment up to $1,000. With your down payment, it's available around $25,300 or lease for just $299 a month, only at your local Ford dealer.
Ah, the sweet sounds of spring are in the air. But the sweetest sound of all.
Albert unloads. How far is this one gonna go? Oh my goodness.
St. Louis Cardinals baseball this spring on FSN South.
Over the tracks for Albert Pujols. Oh! Wow.
45.4 remaining. Clippers are out of timeouts. They've turned the ball over a season high 24 times. And the Grizzlies trying to hang on here. They have never trailed in this ball game. They have led it by as many as 16. They have weathered any number of Clipper runs. Clippers got it within 3 in the 4th. But the Grizzlies had an answer. A lot of them coming from Eddie Jones, who has been fantastic defensively and also shooting the basketball. 17 for Eddie on 7 of 13 shooting. As Livingston will put it in play with 45.4 remaining. No fouls to give. Grizzlies have 2 full timeouts. And the Clippers, no more stoppages.
What you don't want to do, Pete, is stop the clock here. I mean,
Radmanovich for 3. Boarded by Eddie Jones and fouled by Livingston, and that puts one of the better free throws for the Grizzlies on the line. EJ, 78% from the stripe, will make his first trip to the line tonight.
And how about Pau Gasol making 5 out of 6 in the clutch, Pete, after going 0 for 4 on the night from the free throw line. So you've had the Grizzlies step up at the right time to make their free throws.
Well, Pau's 15 points not going to set off headlines around the country, but the Grizzlies holding Elton Brand to 6 points in the second half. I think some people will take note of that.
And then how about also out-rebounding the Clippers on the offensive glass right now at 12 offensive rebounds to 11. I mean, he's a workhorse. And they've done a good job of keeping, as you saw that quick shot of Corey Maggette, keeping him off the free throw line, which he's very good at, always in the top 10 of players' attempts at the free throw line.
Eddie with a pair of makes. An 11-point game. 40 seconds remain.
Well, you just don't want to foul right now. You don't want to stop the clock. Let him have that. You know, that's an easy play right there. You try to get the ball into your player. The Clippers certainly are going to try to foul right away. There's that shotgun play. I told you folks a minute ago. It was open on the last possession. Eddie Jones got a little bit upset as Radmanovich attempts another three-pointer and draws nothing but the bottom of the net.
So an 8-point game, and Maggette fouls Eddie. And more free throws, 25.7.
Well, they've been setting him up for a long time. And watch this right here. Shane fires the shotgun play here. Watch the elevation by Eddie Jones. I mean, he barely got that over. I think he would have come out better just laying it off the glass. You know the guys are all over him. Folks, they're gonna tease him on the flight to New York tonight. Guaranteed.
Eddie with 21. He averages 12 and a half. Now 22 for Eddie. His 9th game of 20 or more. And remember, in the early part of this game, he did not look right from a health perspective. Had a wrap on the back around the ribs. But this is a guy, Michael, I never cease to be impressed with Eddie Jones, his professionalism, doing what you need to do to get wins. Radmanovich, another three in the air. That spoons out. Cassell the rebound. Radmanovich, shot clock is off. Bodies everywhere. And Radmanovich padding his stats. He's got a dozen now. But the professionalism of Eddie Jones, you can't say enough about it. And I think that is a big reason why the Grizzlies are poised to take a step in the postseason.
Oh, no question. I mean, you got guys stepping up at the right time. You know, unfortunately, the Grizzlies didn't have Jake Sokolidis. He had stepped up, gave him a big lift for a while. You saw Mike Miller score 41 points against Denver last week. Stepped it up certainly that night. You've seen Eddie Jones do it several times. Pau Gasol almost close to a couple of triple doubles throughout this homestand. The Grizzlies will finish this homestand at 5-1. So a lot of good things happening, a lot of momentum building. You know, you're playing good basketball, good solid playoff basketball type at the right time. And you know, many times you hear it, Pete, it's all about timing in this league.
And the Grizzlies appear to be peaking at the right time.
And if you don't believe